Good morning, viewers. In the last class, I told you about the company final accounts. Now, today, I am going to tell you about today's topic is bonus shares. This bonus shares is very, very important, okay, from the company point of view, and how the workers are going to get the bonus. Okay, in the same way, the company, the shareholders also, they will be interested in taking the excess money or the additional money, and the company people, they'll give this bonus in the form of shares. So that's why bonus shares will play an important role in the company's activities. Okay, so what is this bonus shares? Extra shares given to the fully paid shareholders is nothing but bonus shares. Here, the partly paid shares are converted into fully paid shares, and those fully paid shares will be given the bonus shares, okay, in the company. And for this, the company people, they have to take the permission from SEBI, that is Securities Exchange Board of India. Okay, when the Securities Exchange Board of India, when it approves, the company people, they'll go for bonus shares. This is not an open issue of shares. This is only within the company. When the company gets huge amounts of profits after paying to all the people, that is bonus to workers, interest to debenture holders, and payment of creditors, all these things. If any excess amount is there, and the company management, if they want to give bonus to the shareholders, existing shareholders, they'll go for this, and this is very, very important aspect in their companies. And bonus shares, coming to bonus shares, the bonus shares will be, first of all, they'll take into account whether the shares are fully paid or partly paid. When the shares are partly paid, then that partly paid shares are to be converted into fully paid shares, and only fully paid shareholders only they are going to get the bonus shares. The company people, they look after that, who are the fully paid shareholders and who are the partly paid shareholders, and they will convert the partly paid shareholders into fully paid shareholders, and then only they will declare this bonus shares. So for this, they'll take into account the reserves and surpluses. Okay, the reserves and surpluses, like reserve fund, profit and loss account, general reserve, securities premium, capital redemption reserve, debenture redemption reserve, okay, and capital profits, whatever it may be, the other capital profits, all these things they'll take into account, and they will issue the shares. And before issuing the shares, they will decide for how many shares we have to give, how many shares, that is bonus. For example, for 4 shares, okay, one bonus share. So we have to take into account how many shares are there, and how many bonus shares we are going to get, what is the value of that, and in what way the company people, they are going to treat that. Here the bonus shares, as I told you already, that bonus shares are nothing but the additional shares. They will be taken as shares, as how the ordinary shares and how the other shares are there. In the same way, we have to take into account the bonus shares. That is, they can be sold or they can be purchased by anyone in the open market. So this is about bonus shares. So first thing is, there are general entries for this. Okay, first thing is general reserve account debtor, profit and loss account debtor to bonus to shareholders account. That is, some portion they will transfer from profit and loss account as well as general reserve, and that thing it will be transferred to bonus to shareholders. Then after that, share final call account debtor to share capital account, that is unpaid amount. Then after that, that is nothing but the transfer of share final call, whatever it may be, that is to be paid, that must be transferred to share capital account. Okay, then after that, share final call account data to share capital account. That is the due entry. And after that, whatever it may be, the amounts that were taken from general reserve and profit and loss account, they will be used for the conversion of partly paid shares into fully paid shares. So bonus to shareholders account data to share final call account. So with that, what will happen is whatever it may be, the amounts that were kept aside, they will be given to the share final call, and with that the partly paid shares will be converted into fully paid shares. Then only actual bonus shares will come. Here, when you go for this, okay, issue of bonus shares, one thing you have to keep in mind is except except general reserve and profit and loss account, remaining reserves whatever it may be, they can be used for issuing of bonus shares. For example, securities premium, capital reserve, reserve fund, debenture redemption reserve, capital redemption reserve, all these things, okay, they are used to give the bonus shares to the company, the shareholders, company shareholders. So you must be very cautious in this. Okay, profit and loss account and general reserve, they are used to convert the partly paid shares into fully paid shares. And after that, we will take into account the other reserves. If there is any, you may ask me, sir, if there is any balance in general reserve or profit and loss account, then also we have to consider that. But one thing you have to keep in mind is general reserve and profit and loss account, they are used to convert the partly paid shares into fully paid shares. That is compulsory. And if there is any balance in general reserve or profit and loss account, then they are used for issue of bonus shares. Here, bonus shares, first of all, we have to calculate how many shares, how many bonus shares. For example, for every 4 shares, there will be 1 bonus share. So we have to calculate what is the number of bonus shares. Then after that, we have to take into account the face value or par value, and we have to multiply. Suppose if there is any premium, that thing also we have to calculate, and the total amount is to be given to the shareholders in the form of bonus shares. Okay, so all the reserves account that are to bonus to shareholders account. It may all the reserves in the sense it, it will include general reserve, profit and loss account, securities premium, debenture redemption reserve, capital reserve, all capital redemption reserve, all these reserves, other reserves, okay, they will be used to issue the bonus to the shareholders. That's why various reserves account data to bonus to shareholders. And the company people, they will consider this bonus shares as share capital only. That is, that is, the existing shareholders, they are going to get some extra shares, extra number of shares. For example, A shareholder is there and he is having 1,000 shares, and when he is given, okay, for example, 50 shares, so that 50 shares is nothing but an addition to the shares already held by him. So the total number of shares for A is 1050 shares. And what is the value of that? Okay, here you have to be very cautious that the bonus shares are issued at par value only. In rare circumstances only, they will go for premium. Up to that extent, we have to take into account the face value only. So that thing, bonus should, we have to take that as share capital. So bonus to shareholders account or to share capital account. With that, the issue of bonus shares is going to be completed. We have to take that the company people, they have given the shares. And it is the duty of the shareholders whether to keep the bonus shares with them or to just merchandise them in the open market. one thing you have to keep in mind is the shares will be sold, that is speculation. The shares will be sold or purchased only in stock exchanges, only in stock exchanges. Suppose some people what they say, no, no, sir, we are not going to sell the shares, we are going to keep the shares. They can keep. And some people say that, no, no, we are not going to keep them and we are going to sell them. So when they want to sell them, like how they are selling the shares in a stock exchange, in the same manner, you have to sell the bonus shares. Okay. Whenever the shareholders, when they get the bonus shares, okay, they will consider that as an additional shares, additional number of shares got by them. And the company people, one thing here you have to be very cautious is the company people will give bonus shares only to the fully paid shareholders, not the partly paid shareholders. Suppose if they are partly paid shareholders, we have to convert them into fully paid shareholders and we have to issue the bonus. Sir, suppose if we want to know the partly paid share value, then whatever it may be the unpaid amount, we have to take that and we have to deduct that. We have to deduct that. So thereby what will happen is whatever it may be the value that was given to fully shareholders you will come across, and whatever it may be the value that you will come across to partly shareholders, that thing also you will come across. So this is how you will come across bonus to shareholders. And this bonus to shareholders, it is very very important from examination point of view. Compulsory they are going to give, okay, this question in your examinations. And after that, again you have to prepare the balance sheet. After issue of bonus shares, again you have to prepare the balance sheet. There, the assets they won't change. See the peculiarity. The assets values they won't change. Only change is you will come across in the value of shares only. Okay, they won't touch the liabilities, they won't touch the assets. The assets values will be like that, the liabilities value will be like that. Only change will be in the shares only. And here you have to find out, you have to see that, okay, whether the accounting equation is satisfied or not. That is most important. Okay, accounting equation, assets is equal to liabilities plus capital. Okay, even though there is a change, even though there is a issue of bonus shares, okay, the assets values must be equivalent to the liabilities values along with capital amount. That is to be taken into consideration. This is how you will come across bonus shares. And if you are, if you like this, please subscribe to my channel. And another thing is, I'm going to take online classes in a short span, and for that I am giving my phone number. And those people who are interested in taking the online classes, they may contact my phone number 9849238902. This is my cell phone number. You can call me or you can keep messages. Okay, thereby I'm going to start this online classes. Thank you. Thank you very much. And please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.